What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely Friday. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, so we're going to kick things off with Mr. VIX. Before we start, I'm just going to remind everyone, hey, if you're finding value in this content, if you're making money off of this content, if you're even just entertained in this content, please boost the channel with a like. It would help me reach others, and I would appreciate that so much. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with Mr. VIX. You know what? It's actually Friday here. Let's just take a quick little glance here at the weekly charts just to get a sneak peek into what we're going to be going over in the weekly update. If you're new here to the channel, maybe you just joined this week, we do have a weekly update every single Saturday that comes out. On the rare occasion that it's not Saturday, it will be Sunday, but it will be out every single weekend. I do give you guys that promise. All right, we do have a bearish ceramic candlestick formation forming right now on VIX's weekly time frame, and I do want to point out that we have massive volume here on SPY and QQQ's weekly time frame. Along with that, we had a breakout over here on QQQ. So what does this suggest? It suggests we're going to be making another high here next week. All right, that is what QQ is suggesting. That's what SPY is suggesting. Come over to IWM. Oh, what do we have here? We have a volume spike. Oh, DIA. Oh, volume spike. All right, we're going to actually go over the importance of these volume spikes on the weekly time frame somewhere in this video. So stay tuned for that. All right, we also will talk a little bit about Mr. Apple later too. But yeah, now we're going to come back over to the daily time frame, and we're going to start off with Mr. VIX. All right, so Mr. VIX is literally just struggling at its 200 MA right now. All right, I'm going to just literally reiterate what I said the other day. And this thing can spike back up, but it's probably just going to create something like this. All right, it would literally just be you're cooling off. Oh, you got a quick little fear spike right there, and then you fade it. All right, and the reason I think that is going to be the case is, oh, what do we got right there? Your RSI is in oversold territory or overbought territory. On the daily RSI, that is where you cool off. All right, well, guess what, guys? We were also right over there. Well, guess what? Over there, over there, over there, over there, over there, over there. Guys, this is going back to 2020. All right, this is where VIX forms its peaks. This is literally it. That was that. That was that. That was that. Yep. That over here, that was that. All right, you don't want to be going short on the market when it's doing this. This is like literally the opposite of what you want to do if you really want to make money in the market. Like I promise, this is a one-way ticket to losing your money if you are just shorting every single VIX spike up to the overbought territory over here on the RSI, over here and over here. All right, and then what do we got right now? We have 3 big fat wicks showing that puts are being sold. Profits are being taken on these spikes, which I'm just going to say, guys, someone's messing with you. That is what's going on here, all right? But I also will say the banking crisis that is just broken out, that is definitely playing into all of this, all right? Even though VIX was being suppressed, which, I mean, I'm just going to say it very likely was being suppressed, all right? We have this, all right? We have this current situation that we were facing, all right? And VIX was at a level that it hadn't reached since before the bear market had started. So the market was pricing in less risk than there. And if you actually, we'll pull this up real quick. Oh, hit the wrong button there. Let me, we'll go over the fear and greed index. And guys, I'm just going to be showing this. When this thing is at extremes, I am definitely going to be flashing this thing, all right? This thing is at 25. It's still in extreme fear. Well, guess what, guys? When VIX was down here, that was just about a month ago, all right? I'm going to show you this. 1 month ago, you were at greed, okay? If you go a little further back, that actually did hit an extreme fear reading, if I am remembering correctly. And that was around the time you're over here. Well, guess what, guys? The market is not going to crash as everyone is piling in short. It's just not going to, or it's not going to rally while everyone is piling in long. I mixed up my words there, right? We've been talking about this fear and greed index quite a bit recently just because it's been over here. But yeah, guys, if it's over here, guys, you know, people are about to lose a lot of their money on the upside, all right? If it's over here, people are about to lose a lot of money on the downside. That's typically just how I see this thing. And the fact that it's over there just means, like, at least it's telling this is what it means to me. Hey, people are just going to keep piling short, all right? They're fearful, all right? So any spike, it's going to be shorted. And guess what? These spikes that are being shorted, they're then going to have to cover. And then there you go. They're creating more spikes. So that is essentially what we got going on over here on QQQ. All All right. And the reason QQ is rallying so much is because tech stocks have been beaten down so much just because of this narrative. And like, yeah, I mean, it's not just a narrative. It is actually how just things are. All right. In this environment, tech stocks are guaranteed going to take the biggest hit. That's why IWM and QQ did take the biggest hit. On this way down, though, I will say they did not. Okay, they did not. But overall, the whole bear market, QQ did. I believe it fell the most. But yeah, all right, back over here to Mr. VIX. All right, RSI is over there. You have this, you don't have a divergence on your CCI, but again, you're getting that sell signal here on your CCI as well, which is also agreeing with, hey, VIX is topping out over here on the RSI. All right, you can't turn back up here. Like, you're definitely struggling here at the 200 MA, and this is typically where you're going to get some reactions out of. All right, it's the same thing over on the indexes. All right, or the indices, whichever way you want to refer to them as. All right, but yeah, moving over to Mr. SPY. All right, so we have even insanely low amount of selling volume. All right, so I'm just going to point that one out. I am going to say right now, I am looking for a bounce. Okay, we will go over a little later in this video. It is on these daily charts and the weekly charts. That is what's showing me, hey, we're forming a bottom, guys. We're here. I'm making the call, and I think I'm going to get this call right. All right. And yeah, guys, if you want to see continuous calls, hey, here on the channel. All right. If you also want to get continuous trade updates and trade with the community, hey, over there on the Discord and the page, well, the Patreon gives you the Discord. It's $39.99 a month. I'm just going to say we've been killing it. All right. That's all I'm going to say right there. You get the trade plans, you get risk management, you get my entries, you get my exits, you get just updates nonstop. All right. But yeah, all right. I will say there has been 3 trade ideas out today. So there's that. And so far they're going well. But I also will say, all right, we have nailed quite a bit since we started that thing, and I don't think that is ever going to stop, guys. I'm just going to keep running with this. And I mentioned in my written update last night, I was saying like, hey guys, I don't know when these free updates are ever going to come to an end. I really don't. Like, it definitely does. It's time consuming, but I do enjoy doing them. I do like having the clarity that it provides me. And yeah, I am helping other people in it, and that kind of gives me this sense of fulfillment. But eventually, I mean, they might not be there. That is a time-consuming task. So take advantage while they are there. Go check out the written updates over on Webull. Here on YouTube, guys, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be here years and years to come. The same as over there, same as everywhere. I'm going to be here years and years to come. At the current point in time, I don't see this ever ended. I just don't. Okay, this is my passion. I enjoy doing this. This gives me life. And yeah, let's get back into the video. All right, if you guys like how that sounds, you guys like knowing that someone will be around through all market conditions, hey, maybe this is the right place for you. Feel free to subscribe. All right, but yeah, moving on. You have a bearish Rami candlestick formation here on SPY, but then again, you do have that declining volume, but it is only 1:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got to record this video early because I got to leave my house early today. I'm getting a haircut, guys. Getting a haircut. I am hyped. Have not gotten a haircut in so long. I am hyped to look super fresh. All right. But yeah, you have the bearish Rami over there on SPY. Do you have this? Is this a bullish Rami? No, it's slightly not a bullish Rami because you have the inside candle over there on VIX making the low there. You actually also have the wick under there. So yeah, not bullish Rami. Over here on QQQ, you also have, you don't have a bearish Rami because this wick is coming up higher than that. All right, so, but VIX, or not VIX, SPY does have that bearish Rami candlestick formation right there. And your oscillators are in oversold territory. All right. So even though QQQs are all the way up here, which I'm going to talk about that in a sec. All right. SPYs are still all the way back down here, but you do have your stochastic crossing down today. And your RSI can come back down here to visit. All right. We can come back down, but I'm just saying right now, I am looking for that higher low, at least on QQQ. You very clearly broke out of this downtrend here, which was your broadening, your descending broadening wedge right here, and you did end up breaking out. If you guys did tune into the weekly not weekly update, just the update, the written update on Webull yesterday, you know, this is exactly what I was looking for. All right. Anyone who wants to, like, if you see haters in my comment section, just know, like, these people don't follow along. They definitely don't, because I mean, I blow my mind constantly with these things, and like I'll say like 2/3 of what I put, like these projections I make in those written updates, they come to fruition. All right. And it's not just like broad projections. No, it's insanely specific. We are going over every single technical factor that I see on the board each and every night. And then we're coming up with a projection. All right. This is literally the projection. All right. But yeah, I am looking for that higher low over here, since you did now. We're coming back over to the daily time from QQ. You did now make this higher high. All right. So well, let's just go over trend here real quick. All right. We're going to go a little like that and a little like that. And we'll go like that. All right. So low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. All right. Now we're coming down here. All right. Boom. What do we have? Higher low, lower high, lower low. I guess this would be the low. Lower low, lower high. All right. Now what do we got over here? We have a lower low. We have a higher high. All right. Trend has now started to change. Now we are looking for a higher low to confirm that trend change. Now we come over here to SPY, and we can see we do have a little bit of a trend change on our hands here. So let's just go over that real quick. All right. So let's go over there. So you get your high, you get your low, you have your lower high, you have your lower low. We'll call it right there. Lower high, lower low. Is this the lower high, and then the higher low, and the higher high? Was that it? I don't know. All right. We're going to have to wait for this. We're going to have to wait and see if we do get that confirmation there. But even if this is a little iffy looking, QQQ, clear as day, did make a higher high. Very clear, made a higher high. All right. And very clear has broken out of that and now is back testing that. All right. So I am looking for the buyers. I mean, obviously, they're already stepping in. All right. This is why I say, like, hey, take advantage of those written updates while they're there. They will likely be there for years and years to come. All right. These YouTube videos definitely will be here. But yeah, I mean, like, it really is, it's kind of mind blown. All right. It's just technical analysis. There's nothing else to it. It's literally technical analysis. And I can't guarantee like this stuff is going to come to fruition. I can't. All right. It's not all going to come to fruition. All right. But like, this is literally what gives someone a guide in the market. And without this guide, someone's gambling, guys. Someone's literally gambling. All right. So there's that. And hey, guys, if you don't want to gamble and you don't know how to not gamble, hey, the Patreon, I will help you out. And is also there's like a community in there. So there are other traders. All right. So there are also other people to help you out. All right. But yeah, I am looking for that higher low to step in, and it's either going to be here on QQQ right here, or it's going to come down here and backtest this trend line that it just broke out from. All right. And here's the thing, guys. All right. I am putting weight on it that this target is going to be reached. I think we are probably going to rally into it going into the Fed. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But not too much, because we do have the weekly update coming out. And yeah, I'm going to make that the longer video, and this will be the shorter video. All right. But yeah, I give it a decent weight here that we do end up rallying into the Fed, or rallying out of the Fed. I don't know what we do going into it. All right. But I give it decent weight that we rally into it or out of it. All right. Now you come over here to the 2-year, and the 2-year is literally under where it was over there. All right. So like right now, yeah, we're pricing in a no rate hike. And I'm just going to say right now, I don't think they do that, because that signals to the market, hey, everything is perfectly fine. Well, no, never mind. 50 basis point hike. Oh, I don't know. I think 50 basis point and zero hike would, I don't know, zero hike. Let me look at it this way. Okay. The zero rate hike, I think it would get everybody super euphoric. I think everyone would be on their happy drugs. All right. But in the grand scheme of things, they're only doing that because they went too far. They broke the system too much. And yeah, they have to slow down. All right. But if they come out with the 25 basis point hike, it shows everyone like, hey, we still can keep going. If they go out with the 50 BP hike, that's really them saying, hey, we don't care about this whole banking thing that has came out recently. We don't care about that. It's not our concern right now. We're focusing on inflation. We gotta hammer that. All right. And hey, guys, if you're not following my Twitter, I do have some, I would say, some valuable retweets I have over there. Sometimes I do have my own stuff, but yeah, for the most part, I will say FinTwit definitely does keep me up to date on all the news that is coming out. So if you also want to be up to date on all the news that's coming out, it's over there. I mean, obviously, if you join the Discord, you're probably going to find out about all the stuff anyway. There's that. But yeah, over on Twitter, you could see that. And I literally retweeted something the other day that explained that the Fed, it actually doesn't need to, it doesn't have only one tool. It has several tools, and that it's this way so they can attack several problems at once. And I'm not going to act like I can explain this to its near its fullest extent. Okay. So if you want to go check it out, go over to my Twitter and just scroll through. You're going to see exactly what I'm saying, or exactly what I'm talking about. So there's that. But as of right now, I mean, hey, we're getting a signal that they're coming out with a no rate hike. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to go with a 25 BP hike, but we'll talk more about that in the weekly update. Coming back over here to IWM. All right, IWM, guys, this is my canary in the coal mine. IWM and DIA are both down here at extremes in their daily RSI. And actually, before we go over the daily charts, let's just go over the weekly charts. All right, we have DIA. All right, if we put a trend line or a horizontal line here, all right, down here, you have not hit that except for down here. And guess what? You had a sick, nasty rally after that. All right, it was a rather decent rally. It's 15% rally on the Dow. All right, even if it's only going to be this little bounce here, that is good. All right, this was a that was a 6% move right there. I think that is we have at least that in the cards. All right, but I'm also going to say I think more of that comes. All right. This thing is backtesting its trend line. It has the CCI at extremes where literally all of the other bottoms were formed. You're getting a volume spike. Your RSI is it's lower than where it was last time when it bounced. Now you come over to IWM and here's the kicker. All right. Volume, guys. All right, volume. You're getting this massive volume spike. Well, we're actually going to go like that, go like that, go like that, go like that. Go like that, go like that. All right, let's align this where these weekly candles are. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so a little off there, but as you guys can see, we have here, 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 and now we have here. As it's backtesting its trend line, I don't think it's going to close above that trend line this week. I'm going to be quite honest on that one. It would need to, it would need a sick, nasty move, a $2 move here. So I just don't think that's going to pull out a 1% move here. I don't know, though. We could rally going into the end of the day. I am looking for that higher low here on SPY and QQQ. So, hey, that would be supportive of that. But I will also say VIX did signal over an 85% probability that we will have a down day on the S&P 500 SPX over the next 2 trading sessions. And that is exactly what's happening today. This is actually why I ended up taking profits yesterday on the calls that I ended up grabbing pretty much at the below. All right. Actually, I've had a few cycles of calls. If you guys do want to see what I'm doing, you guys can go check out the Patreon. I'm going to be honest, guys. We really are killing it. It's quite fascinating. It's not fascinating. It's quite exhilarating. We'll say that. Or actually, that is actually the wrong word. All right. I'll say relieving. Okay. I will say structure. We'll call it that. Structure. Structuralized is the right word. That is how I'm looking at things. All right, guys. But I think we're forming a bottom here. All right. Now, you have that on the weekly time frame I just showed you guys on DIA and IWM. Now we're going to come over to the daily time frame on IWM. And we can actually get that out of here. And we can make this full screen to make it all pretty for you guys and me. All right. Look at this. All right. You have your RSI at 30. All right. I understand if you were already a subscriber, you know about this. All right. I've been talking about this for, I think, probably the past few trading sessions. You come on down here as well. All right. How do I get rid of this? Can I just get rid of that thing? Why? Like, I've never used these things. I hate that. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way to get rid of that thing. There has to be. It makes no sense why they would not have it. All right. And again, it's the same exact thing with the what we just went over there. All right. And look at that. You had this bullish divergence that ended up forming here, which I actually think this is on the table. All right. And I'm not going to say I'm going to give that the most weight. All right. I don't think that's the most likely scenario that plays out, that we go down and make a new low there. We start having this explosive bounce and then we make that new low. I don't know if that happens. I'm not going to say I think that's likely, but I'm going to say it's on the table. All right. So yeah. All right. But I do think this initial bounce is going to start off of the oversold level on the RSI. That is just typically what has happened. All right. You come over here. Oh, we have another bottom there. You come over here. Oh, what do we have? A bottom. All right. Now come over here. A bottom. Come over here. A bottom. All right. A bottom. And boom, you came down again, just like I just showed you over here, and formed the bullish divergence on your RSI. And that ended up giving you some life, like a lot of life. All right. You went 15% of life. All right. Not death. All right. But look at this. You now have the same exact conditions being met. And you have a bullish divergence on the CCI. And you have a bullish divergence on the RSI. All right, throwback to when I spotted a bullish divergence on Apple's RSI in oversold territory. And that is when I made the call that, hey guys, we're going to have a rather aggressive counter trend rally with all likelihood. And guess what? It's going to have plenty of short squeeze fuel. Did I think this was going to come out of it? No, I thought it would probably be half the size of this thing. But yeah, it was that violent. And that is what we got loading, guys. We probably have something that violent right here. Honestly, it's right here. Now, I did actually put a target on the board yesterday, which is right here. It's 159 here on Apple. It's the inverse head and shoulders, which we could just make a little thing here. Now, I did see a few people come out on Twitter with this thing after I had done that, and they pretty much just had a different neckline, and their neckline is just this. All right, it's this, and they're showing that it's going to reject it. So that also can be a thing. But I'm going to say right now, QQQ is already broken out of this pattern. We already have a 13.68 target on the board, which just suggests the largest component of QQQ is going to be going up to that high again. And that high is over here at 157. All right, so if it's going to 157, with all likelihood, it's going to reach 159. And that is the target that the patternsite.com gave us for this pattern. All right, now we're gonna come over here to DXY, and I'm gonna show you guys something that's taking place right now, which is room for concern. And that's why I say, like, hey, all right, this probably is a big ass trap. All right, excuse my French. This could be a trap, guys. This could like all be one massive trap, just like the dot-com bubble, just like 08 crash. You probably had a trap back then too. All right, you guys go back on the charts and look. I've already looked. And guess what, guys? You're like holding your trend line here. And guess what? You started holding the 50 MA, the 50 DMA. And you could just see all of these reaction spots right here where you just, you're getting your reactions off that 50 MA. But the point I'm trying to make here is once you flip that trend line, or once you started forming that trend, that uptrend, and then started holding the 50 MA and flipped it, that's when things started getting rocky. All right, that's when like the dollar literally killed equities last year. That is what happened. All right, I'm not saying that's going to happen this time around, but I'm going to say that is on the table, and I do see this thing has to end with the crash. It has to end with the wealth effect being completely wiped out, and that's just my opinion. That's how I see it. All right, so if you guys have different opinions, hey, share them down below in the comment section. I would love to hear them. I want different opinions. All right, but that is mine. I think we do have a crash around the corner. I do think we have one sick, nasty market move to the upside here before that takes place. But yeah, I mean, we're literally seeing the Fed jump right in to save the day. All right, right in. They took no time on this one, guys. They said, nope, no one's having no more bank runs. We're restoring the confidence right now. So that's what I saw happen. And guys, this is going to be aligned with that. All right, on top of that, guys, 300 billion has been added to the Federal Reserve's balance sheet. That is directly correlated with equity prices over here on the S&P 500. All right, so like, I'm just saying, all right, it doesn't have to be in the same way that they did it in previous times. I understand, like, it's an IOU and they have to pay him back. It's not just like, hey, they didn't just bail him out, and that's like what previously is marked bottoms. But like, hey, all right, it is nonetheless, it's QE and it's on the balance sheet, which, hey, are we going to see this correlation between the S&P 500 and the balance sheet come back? I mean, it never went away, but like, that's what I'm getting at. If it's there, correlation, boom. All right, I'm not saying that is going to happen, but we have a lot of factors suggesting that we are forming a major bottom, and that would be supportive of a technical major bottom. What do I always tell you guys? The charts predict the news. I actually haven't mentioned that probably in the past month, maybe month and a half. I don't know, guys, but guess what? The charts do predict the news, and the charts are saying we have a major bottom here. Now, I also will say all crashes have taken place with oversold conditions, but you do have everything suggested we're going higher next week. So, hey, that is on hold, and we will keep you guys updated as we go here. If there is like a crash on the table, if we have things suggested we should be getting short, guys, I got you. All right, I will be here. All right, now let's go over the lower time frames, and we can go over where I think price is going to be making its way. All right, let's actually start over here on SPX. All right, so SPX's RSI is not overbought like I think it's QQ's over here. Yeah, so QQ and SPY's 4-hour oscillators all got to be overbought, and I was not looking, I wasn't even thinking about adding more calls back unless we started seeing the hourly CCI come back here. But I also wanted to see, I want to see QQQ flip this, all right? It was either going to flip that or it was going to come down and flip that. And it doesn't have to do these things, but with all likelihood, it is going to do these things because it has made that higher high. It's probably going to make the higher low. And so, like, it can come back into it, but that would be bearish if you come back into a structure. That is a false breakout. That's what that signals. You get a daily close back under it. That's why, like I was telling you guys over here on SPY, guys, you get your daily close underneath the 200 MA, which I was saying, like, they're probably not going to let that happen because you're going $10 to $20 lower very quick if that does happen with all likelihood because of all the bearish data that was coming out. So, yeah, sell algos were going to be turned on. And guess what, guys? We closed under here. From the 200 MA, where did we go, guys? We fell $12. Is that $10 to $20? Yeah, I think that's $10 to $20. And then we started rebounding. Rebounded at the bottom of this pattern. All right, so there's that. But yeah, because QQ already broke out of the pattern, I have to expect that we are going to be getting that higher low forming. But if we do come back into the pattern, maybe it's just going to be with a wick. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something like that, and then boom, you're off the races. I don't know. All right, but I'm just saying that would be bearish. I don't think it's going to be happening. All right, and obviously we do have this target on the board, so you don't really want to mess up the trend that you just, like, you're trying to start a new upward trend, which is probably going to come in the form of 5 motive waves, or 3 motive waves and 2 corrective waves. All right, this corrective wave, it could come down here. I'm just saying, like, we really haven't pulled back all too much here on QQQ. But then again, the market is rallying up QQQ because of what's taking place. That's why SPY's oscillators all the way down here. Come over here to the daily time frame. That's why IWM and DIA are looking how they are. All right. And then you got QQ. QQ has no industrials. Or not no industrials. It has no financials. So that is why it has literally been the only thing not taking the hit. It's been rallying its butt off. All right. And yeah. All right, guys. Let's come back over to the 4-hour time frame. As you see, our oscillators are still over here in overbought territory. Now we're going to come over, flash forward back here, because I do think this is what we got loading. This is what, or not loading, but this is what we're in the middle of right now. This is started. So we're going to just measure this out. Draw off the peak, we have came 8%. 8%. Okay, up here, the first drop came at just about 9%. We'll call it 9% to be conservative. All right. So the first drop came at 9%. We are just about there. We literally just hit that. So, like, we're in this. All right, we're in this, and let's just draw that for you guys. All right, you got that, there's your correction. You got that, there's your correction. You got that, that was your 5th wave. All right, at least how I was looking at it. This thing is probably going to be doing the same thing. All right, we probably are. Now, I called this out not too long ago. All right, but yeah, I'm just saying this thing does not look corrective to me. It really does not. It wasn't a counter trend rally. It made a new high. It's now hit a retrace. Okay, so let's just do this, and it's broken past it. All right, you've broken past your 0.78 Fibonacci. Now, if you do have the daily close over this target, well, actually, if you honestly have it over this over your golden pocket here, I have to assume you're gonna. This isn't a retrace. All right, I have to assume this is literally just, hey, this was the retrace, and now you're off to the races. That's what I have to assume. All right, and yeah, I mean, technically speaking, I was looking for a bottom, and now we have fundamentals that support, like, hey, we could get a wave of buying pressure to step in here as panic erodes. All right, and I do think that is going to be taking place. We come down here to the hourly time frame. As you see, QQ was getting that buying pressure step in. Let's just take off the golden pocket to make things a little neater for us. All right, and you come over here to the 15-minute time frame, and this actually was popping up over here. You got a bullish divergence on the CCI. Then you come over here to SPY. You also had a bullish divergence. You had a triple bullish divergence, I believe. No, it's just a bullish divergence on your CCI there. All right, and I'm just showing you guys, hey, these are how you find things for yourself. Okay, this is literally it. If you guys do want me to find things for you, there you go. All right, you guys know exactly how to do that. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. All right, we can look at Bitcoin real quick. And Bitcoin is getting rejected again by this top trend line of the broadening formation. This could be a broadening top. we're gonna have to see if you do have a daily close over both these trend lines. Then I have to assume, hey, you're gonna find your resistance in this area, but you come over here and you come to the weekly time frame, and guys, what do you got? You have a triple bearish divergence on the CCI. That's not good. And what do we have? We have the RSI coming up to overbought territory. I'm just saying, there's a solid shot that you don't go crazy here, okay? Like, you could go a little crazy, but I don't think you're coming back up here into this range here. I told you guys what I thought over the past videos. All right, 37.5K. That's where I think that, like, if you do break the zone, that would be the next resistance point. I don't think that's going to happen, but with what I'm saying on the indices, that very well can happen. But I just want to show you guys, like, hey, all right, I'm still looking for, like, a crash is coming, okay? I'm still looking for Bitcoin to come down here. All right, I still think it is going to make its way into the zone, just like I still think, I just deleted SPY. Come back, SPY, come back to us, come back. There you go. Just like I think SPY is still going to make its way back down here. All right, but like with all likelihood, we have a major bottom forming right now, and we now have low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we're looking for one more higher high is what I'm getting at. All right, you got this going on right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I called out. I think it was about a week ago. And guys, I am relearning Elliott Wave as we speak. So eventually it will work its way into the analysis. But for now, I'm not really going to speak on it too much. You'll probably see things pop up in there over in the Patreon earlier than you do here on the YouTube, because YouTube has a lot more people. And yeah, I'm not going to put weight on something that I am not confident yet. So, hey, it needs to be battle tested was what I'm getting at. But I do believe it is going to improve the analysis tremendously. And yeah, I am excited for that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. This just does not look, it doesn't look like this is the end. Also, I'm going to say right now, corrective. All right. This is like, that's what I'm getting at. All right. This looks corrective to me. And then, like, if we break back over the top here, and this is on SPY, you come over here at QQQ, all right, break back over the top here, like, guys, we're going to be off to the races. Like, it's literally, I'm saying we're probably going to come up here and fill this, but I'm just saying this is going to turn into a high and tight flag once you break out over here, and then we're going to put another target on the board, and the target is probably going to be like 330 to 340. So that's what I'm getting at, guys. We could really be coming up here for a double top. I don't know how big this rally is going to be, but we have, like, at least I have so many factors suggesting I should be looking for a major bottom. So what am I going to do, guys? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to look for the major bottom. All right. If you guys have found value in this video, if you guys have enjoyed it, if you guys have been entertained, please support the channel with a like. If you guys do want to join the Patreon, link is down in the description below. Would love to have you there. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be the weekly update. Peace.